Hi everyone, this is Denise again. So I wanted to do dog tags today. I've got several projects going, but I'm just going to engrave one with you today while filming. But the one down below is our dog. She needs a new tag. The one she has is a cute little heart shape, and it's been, well, probably about 4 years. It's getting a little worn down. So her name is Star. So the bottom pink one is going to be for her. I'm going to do that after we get off because I'm going to add her phone numbers or our phone numbers on the back of her tag. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and shut that off since I don't want to display our phone numbers to everybody. But I wanted to show you the process really quick. So I'll show you on Star's example. Basically, this was just a dog bone image that I found from Images, and then I unlocked it so that I could make it approximately the size of the actual dog tag that I have in my hand. We don't need this except for just for reference to see about what size we want our font to be. So it's basically just kind of there for reference. And when you get ready to engrave it, you want to make sure that you turn the bone layer off. So if it was here, and well, in fact, just like now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the rosy tag. So I'm going to shut off. Well, first I'll shut off the star layers, so both layers of star, so that you can see that one I'm just going to do later and we don't have to see it right now. So that's going to be the pink one, and then the word S for engrave for Star's name. So now you can see we just have one project. So I'm going to make this tag now, and it's going to be engraved. If I click on it, you can see that I'm using the layered monogram. That gives an extra layer to the font. Whenever you engrave, the more detail you have, the easier of the image you're going to see. So this one is ready to go. I've got the size that I want, and I'm going to turn off the red dog bone layer because I'm not going to need it. And there we have it. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to confirm that I have it engraved, and yes, I do. It's engraved. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Make It. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and line this up right in the middle of the 6x6. That's going to give us the most exact center lining point for the project when we go to put it on our mat. So basically you're lining up the middle of the S pretty much on this one, and about the middle of that line for the E. You can also down here, you can make it bigger, which I think I'm going to do. That way you can be really more certain. And see, the S really isn't the middle because the O is pretty wide. So I'm actually going to scoot this slightly to the right. That looks pretty good to me. Now you can't see what I'm doing, but I actually have a ruler and I'm measuring the length or the distance between the E and the line. On each end. And when I did that, it's actually still not lined up. It needs to go a little bit more this way. So there's where sometimes letters can be tricky on your eyes. And we're really going for space here and not so much the size of each letter. And that's closer, but actually still not there. So we're going to move it just slightly more over again. Oh, I see. It's my mouse that's moving, not the line. That's what's happening. Okay, now I'm going to use my ruler again. Okay, I'm right to that line there, and perfect. That is spot on. Okay, so I am happy with that. It's right in the middle of the 6x6. I'm going to shrink it back down to size just to double check and make sure I got it at the 6x6. And there's the 6. and there's the 6. So we are golden. We don't need to mirror it because this is an engraving project, and we're going to make one copy right here. So I'm going to click continue. And it's going to hook up to my Cricut Maker. Okay. So here I'm going to go ahead and do categories. I'm going to do foil and metal. And let's see what we got here. We have anodized aluminum. That's what the dog tag is made out of. So I'm going to go ahead and select anodized aluminum and then click done. And then it says to make sure that I have the engrave tip, which is the number 41, which I already have it in there. And I will go over there and meet you at the maker, and we'll watch it engrave, and we'll be done. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so for this project, you want to make sure you're using your strong grip purple mat. This is the super sticky one. I put the dog tag right here, and I lined it up just like I did on the mat on the computer. You want to do in the middle of 6 by 6, and then I've double taped both sides. I just make sure that the tape is not where it's going to engrave. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and load the mat. You want to make sure your rollers are all the way to the right for this project. I've got my number 40, is it 42, 41? I can't remember. I think it's 42. No, 41. Oh, see now? I've got to look. That's funny. It is 41. Number 41 engraving tip. Okay. So you also want to make sure that your mat is centered. There's a little bit of wiggle room in here, so make sure you've got them centered in those little tabs right there as well. Once you got everything centered, make sure you're pressing just slightly on the mat and hit your go button or your load button. And now hit the go button. This is the pink one I'm going to use for star a little bit later. And then I've got this spatula for in case I have a problem getting the dog tag off of the sticky mat. It's looking good. I can just barely see it in there. I think it's going to be cute. And then keep in mind too that dog tags can be used for all different things. This one for Rosie that I'm making, she was our last dog. She was a half German Shepherd and half Hound dog. She was a rescue dog. And, you know, she passed away. She got stung by a bee and she unfortunately was allergic. We didn't know, and her body, poor little body, just couldn't overcome that. So the love of my life got me a cute little dog. In fact, let me show you what it looks like. Right after she passed, he was going through the grocery store and he saw this cute little pup. Well, this is what Rosie looked like, right? Half German Shepherd and half Hound dog. So I thought, well, how cute, right? Like all of our pets, they go to Rainbow Bridge and it's nice to be able to remember them. So I thought I would make Rosie a new dog tag, and then I can have her in my craft room with me. Anyway, so as you can see, oh my gosh, look at this. Turned out wonderful. Hopefully you can see this really well. I'm going to angle it just in case. That engraved really, really nice. Now, since those are metal engraving pieces, let me reach up and get my lint roller real quick. I don't want to just brush it off. So if I go like this, it'll stick to the lint roller, and then I have less chance of our cute little cat getting any little engraving pieces on his paw. So I'll do this a couple times, and then I will also do it to, or not use this. I can use something else for my Cricut machine In fact, it actually looks pretty clean. Another tip I noticed too is one day I was doing a lot of different engraving. It's a good idea to occasionally take off your tip, or take your engraving tip out of your machine. And this looks fine, but take it out and then take a cloth, just a soft cloth, and just wipe it. Make sure that there's no metal flakes on there that are stuck around there. So another little tip for you. So I hope you like this. It was a super quick video. Now again, like what I'm going to do on mine, if you want phone numbers written on the back, you just pretend like it's a new project. You flip the tag over and you put your phone numbers and engrave the phone numbers so that there's an emergency numbers for your pets. All right, well, take care of your furry family members, and until I see you, remember to create with love. Bye.